It's called the We All Eat program in Fort Bend County, and is really a unique way to help restaurants get through this tough time caused by the coronavirus, while also helping to feed residents of Fort Bend County. Texas Black Expo founder Jerome Love and Fort Bend Commissioner Grady Prestage have put this program in place. They're here to talk about it this morning. Good morning to both of you. This is a unique idea. Jerome, talk about how this program came about. How did the idea come up?
Well, ultimately, we were kind of just sitting around and looking at what was going on with the coronavirus, and we were trying to figure out as an organization how we could help. And you have, on the one hand, individuals who are suffering from food insecurity. On the other hand, you have restaurants that are having to close their doors and lay people off. So we thought, well, what if we bring the two together and use some of these funds to give to restaurants that could then feed the community? So it was really just a natural fit.
So in order to do that, Texas Black Expo is paying for the food that the restaurants are preparing for the people, correct? And then the goal is for Fort Bend County to reimburse Texas Black Expo?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is the goal. It's just a win-win situation. For each meal is roughly $15. The restaurants will select their menu. The participants can go to our website at wealleattexas.com and they select their menu, order their food. They get a QR code to their phone, show up to the restaurant scans the QR code, they get the food, and then we send an invoice to Commissioner Prestage.
So, Commissioner Prestage, you have the invoice, and you have $2.8 million, I understand, to pay for these meals. That's a lot of money. Why is it important for Fort Bend County to do it, and how does it make it worth it?
Well, actually, the demand is much greater than the $2.8 million. We actually had a request from Mr. Love that was much higher than that, but we decided to do what you call a pilot plan to make sure that we can administer this thing, or they can administer this thing. So I had no doubt from the very beginning. Jerome Love and Texas Black Expo have proven over the years that they can conduct successfully major events. And so with this CARES Act money, it's a major event for families that are in need and the businesses that are struggling. So it was a pretty easy decision to do it. We just wanted to make sure we had the right set of circumstances, the right participant, the right vendor, and it's very successful so far. We hope that we can extend this thing past the end of the year.
Are there any qualifications for a person who wants to take advantage of this in order to be on the list to get this food?
Well, the CARES Act, the CARES Act money was really intended for to alleviate the negative effects of COVID-19. That's a very subjective criteria. So it has to be tied back to making lives better that have been impacted by COVID-19. And so nutrition was one of them. So they have to prove, and Jerome, you can go into details, to prove that they've been negatively affected by COVID.
Yeah, so it's really simple. For this program, they have to reside in Fort Bend County and they have to show that they've been impacted by COVID-19. The easiest way to show that is to show a letter from the Texas Workforce Commission that they're on unemployment, a letter from their employer that they were laid off, furloughed, and then certain industries such as the restaurant, leisure, and entertainment industry, we know have been hit. So if they can show that they were employed in those industries, there's a self-certification that they could do there. But it's really simple. It's really streamlined. People are getting approved in like 48 hours and able to get a fresh, hot meal on a daily basis.
What do you need right now? You need more restaurants to sign up, or you need more people to sign up, or they're a combination of both? Or because at 2.8, it's got to be, because it's CARES Act money, I know that's right now it's going to be done as of the end of December. So how are you doing in terms of numbers of people, and you need more to sign up?
Well, as of this morning's report, we did roughly 1,452 pickups on yesterday. Now, that's a lot of meals. So that's 1,452 people a day that's getting a fresh, hot meal. But our goal is to be closer to 3,000 to 4,000 meals a day. So we are looking for more individuals to sign up. But we're also looking for more restaurants. Many of the restaurants that are in the program, they're really getting overwhelmed because the demand, as the commissioner said, is just so high. So we are looking for restaurants to be a part, and it's really simple for the restaurants as well. If they're located in Fort Bend County, they have a certificate of insurance. That's pretty much the entire criteria to sign up and be a part of this program.
Commissioner Pesters, could this program be a template, do you think, for maybe some other ways that government and private partnerships can work? Because this sounds like a really good, a win-win for everybody.
Yes, the answer is yes. This could be a template for moving forward for a lot of different programs. Government can only do so much. The marketplace really controls a lot of things. So while we're trying to improve the marketplace by having them survive and be around when we come on out of the other end of this pandemic, we need the private sector to be a partner with us to get services delivered. So we can't do it by itself.
Right now, it's CARES Act money. Are you hopeful that well, it's all dependent on what happens in Congress if you can get more, because if you don't have it, you can't spend it as a county, correct?
Correct. I mean, it'll be a hard press for us to do this with our general fund money. So this federal grant has enabled us to do this. But I think that just the experience of having gone through this will make it easy to do programs with private sector in the future. We hope that December 30th is not a hard stop, that because there are groups all around the country, all the entities, the states, the major cities and counties that receive these appropriations of CARES Act money, and they're all lobbying the Congress to extend this thing on into the spring. It's hard to start a program and just have a hard stop.
Right.
You know, there are counties in the Midwest that are doing homeless prevention things, and you can't eradicate that problem if you got a hard stop on December 30th. Winter's just starting. So we hope that we can extend it, but for right now, we have to act as though lights out on December 30th. So we're trying to get these meals out, and this program will go a long way in getting the word out. And I'm sure Jerome will be quite busy after this is aired, and my phone will be ringing too.
Good.
After this is aired. Make sure we get awareness for this program.
Jerome, very quickly, what's the website people need to go to try to sign up?
Really simple. WeAllEatTexas.com. WeAllEatTexas.com. Everything is there. It'll take you less than 2 minutes to apply if you're an individual. And if you're a restaurant owner as well, you can apply at WeAllEatTexas.com.
Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate it. Thank you for what you all do here. I'm going to put this information on the Houston Newsmakers page on clicktohouston.com as well. Thank you very much.